morning there. You're watching QTV this morning, and I am Jennifer Sonko. Thank you so much for joining us once again, Mr. Suleiman Davo.
Good to be here, Jennifer.
Yeah, and also our newspaper review guest is here, Mr. Ade Drami. Thank you so much for joining us.
You should really thank me, because I had sworn that I would not come on here if the people did not deliver the newspapers.
Oh,
and they have failed to deliver yet again.
Yeah.
So newspaper delivery people, please try and deliver so I can have a newspaper to review.
A normal
exactly.
newspaper.
And that's the segment Mr. Ade is normally here for, or any guest for that matter, is to review the newspaper. So how can you review something that you don't have?
I don't have.
So whose fault is this? Who are you blaming, gentlemen?
They will blame traffic or something, because sometimes by the time the show is over, we go up and they've delivered the newspapers.
Yeah, already.
But, I mean, they've been
They
told.
need to be told.
They've been told that we need it, but I think sometimes things happen. So,
yeah, things happen, right?
I joke about it, but you know, I understand.
No, it's a serious matter, though. There's some form of solution should be found to this, because it's not helpful at all.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
So it's
not
the delivery
helpful.
guys who get to drop it to
Yeah, I mean, I know Ibrahim Abalde sometimes used to go online and get the online versions of, but some of them, the online versions are not on yet.
Yeah,
by the time we come on, because they want people to buy it.
To buy it first before
it.
they will put it online, which makes perfect business sense.
Yeah,
sure.
And they're right about that.
Of course.
Yeah.
But it's good to be here, always.
Yeah, is it? How was your weekend, though? We didn't catch up since.
A really frustrating weekend.
Yeah.
For some reason, all the mobile phone providers in our area seem to be fixing their equipment. So I had intended to watch lots and lots of football, but there was no internet coverage at all.
Oh, wow.
But it turned out to be quite good, because I ended up watching a lot of the documentaries I had downloaded and I wanted to watch, and had a fantastic, the whole day I just watched documentaries. And if anybody hasn't seen it, there's a 3-part documentary called The Agudas, Agoudas, The Agudas. And it's about people who returned from Brazil, particularly, after the abolition of slavery in Europe, but also in Brazil. Brazil was the last big place to abolish. 1898, they abolished slavery. So it was almost the 20th century when they abolished it. And they settled in Nigeria, Ghana, and those places. And it's about them. Fantastic. 3 parts.
Interesting.
Yeah. I have it in case anybody needs copies.
That should be for not only history students, for anybody who wants to know our past. That would be a very good material to get access to.
It was quite fascinating, because a lot of them, they bought their freedom in Brazil. And when they came to West Africa, slavery had not yet been abolished in Brazil, and they actually became involved in the slave trade in West Africa.
And you know, you'll be surprised, not many people from West Africa know that, would know that slavery not only was limited to Europe and Americas, but you know, places like Brazil are countries you'll go there and find a lot of black people.
And if you go to the state of Bahia in Brazil, they all look like me and you.
Yeah, exactly.
There's not a lot of mixture.
Absolutely.
And so they call themselves Africans even now. So
Right. So, Mr. Dabo, take us through.
Yes, the African proverb, not my favorite segment, but I have to go through it. Mr. Ade,
it's one of my favorites.
It's my favorite.
It's on-the-spot thinking, which I'm not very good at.
Well, I'm good at it.
Yeah, so I'm so glad we have Mr. Ade here. So here's the proverb. It says, our greatest battles are the ones we fight within. Mr. Ade.
And who can argue with that?
I
mean, there are many times that you want to do something and you almost have this voice in your head telling you not to do it.
Correct.
It might be you're going to do something unusual, something brave, something like, for example, when I decided I was going to retire and come back to live in West Africa, you know, I thought, you know, people were telling me, and even this voice in my head was telling me, you're going to go to a country where you don't even have a regular water supply, you don't have regular electricity supply, you don't have regular internet, you know, you're living all these comforts of, you know, what I was experiencing. And that voice was telling me, don't go, don't go, don't go. I have a cousin who we worked in the same office. He's still working in that same office because he listened to the voice in his head. I dismissed that voice. So sometimes, absolutely, that one resonates with me about the battle within is the hardest one to fight. And it was a difficult one to fight because I had to give up a lot. You know, I have this library of about 4,000 books. They're all still in London. I have about 5,000 records. They're all still in London. You know, I used to play
Yeah.
music every day. You know, so there are things you miss, and that voice was telling me, "Don't go. You're going to miss all of this."
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
4,000 records.
Yeah.
And he's still listening to music.
Yeah, but naturally, if you've interacted with him within the period that I've interacted with him, that is true, because he's an individual who likes to keep stuff.
Yeah.
I do.
And
stuff.
Mr. Ade wants to diversify.
pictures,
He doesn't
he-
limit himself to
no,
one area.
that's him.
When it comes
yeah.
to sports, Mr. Ade is
Yeah.
there. You come to literature,
Yeah.
Mr. Ade is there.
Yeah.
You come to music, Mr. Ade is there.
He keeps
knows
stuff.
and so it's good to diversify.
Yeah.
And I think we must big up our newspaper people, because
Yeah,
there we
they
go.
finally
they
got
Finally
here.
got the. But
Yeah.
Jennifer, you want to say something about the proverb, the
Oh,
African proverb?
You don't have anything to say?
Well, I do, but I want to let you. Well,
Okay.
because as he was saying, it is mostly what is ringing in your head.
Yeah.
Instead of your fight with other people, but to be honest to yourself, you're always thinking what is ringing in your mind.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
always thinking about that.
But for me,
so yeah.
our greatest battles are the ones we fight within. I might, take a different interpretation. It's kind of similar, but here, taking a look at the fact that sometimes they're just struggles that we have to go through, that we fight for ourselves. You can't just tell the next person.
no, is that within? Yeah.
It's within,
Yeah.
you
go
know.
on. So give
Either
us-
you are
give me an example. I gave you an example of mine.
of you.
Yeah.
Well, mine is a bit
I'm trying
personal.
no, I'm trying to understand where you're coming from.
But you don't want
Yeah,
to
like
say.
sometimes, okay, like for example, you can be sick, okay, in a way, and it's a battle that you have to fight on your own. Maybe probably you can't tell the next person. You can't open up to the next person.
Especially when you have a particular illness.
Exactly. Sometimes it's about you fighting it on your own, going through it. You can't share. So that's the angle that I'm looking at. Instances where they are just battles where you can't share with people. You have to fight
Deal
for
with it.
yourself,
Yeah.
heal on your own, and stand on your ground,
Yeah.
which is not okay. No matter what an individual is going through, never fight some of these things on your own, because it can be suicidal. Sometimes.
No, I hear sometimes it can be.
It can be.
I didn't want to jump in before you, but I totally agree with that
Yeah.
interpretation as well, because I'm one of those people. I mean, when I'm going through stuff, nobody knows
That's not
apart
good.
from me.
That's not good.
And people say it's not good, but sometimes that's how you are,
Yeah.
and you
You
can't be anything or anyone else
Yeah,
other than
that's
who
true.
you
Yeah.
are.
And sometimes, just by sharing what you are going through can make you, take a different decision.
It can
just
it
because
can lighten
somebody is
your
telling
load.
you
Yeah.
something different.
Yeah.
And mostly, if you depend on your own instinct,
Yes.
that's when you will make the right decision.
I totally
sometimes.
agree with that.
Yeah.
There are decisions that I've made where I had to go in my gut
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
feeling.
Thinking about coming back
Yeah.
to Gambia to live, it took me 3 years
I
to
can
be
imagine.
thinking about every year I come here on vacation, I'll be thinking, this is the year I'm going to do it.
Yeah,
It
quite.
never happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, quite.
The last time I was here, I went back. It took me 1 week. I said, this is it. I'm either going to make it or I'm not going to make it. And I'm
Okay.
not sharing this with anybody.
You're
It's my
leaving.
decision. I'm leaving and I'm leaving.
And
Yeah.
my brother had a similar one about moving back to Sierra Leone. I mean, for 18 years, I had gone every year on holiday to Sierra Leone, and sometimes I would stop off in the Gambia. And he never went at all. And the first time he went, we were at a family barbecue a week after he went, and he said, I'm moving back. And I laughed. And I'm like, Mister, haven't been
Yeah.
back home in 18 years.
Yeah.
And he's going
And
back all of a
believe me,
sudden.
when he went back to UK, he moved back.
Yeah.
I was shocked.
Sometimes you can.
Before I did.
Yeah.
I was really shocked.
Yeah, but generally, I think I agree with the fact that the greatest battles that individuals
Go through.
go through
It's
is the ones
always
that
within.
it's right within.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you said, you are an individual who fights your own battles
Yeah.
on your own, which is not good. Sometimes it's just good to share things.
Exactly.
But I also do that a lot, because sometimes they're just things that you might not be proud of, to share or can't share, and then you just have to deal with it on your own.
I'll give you the weirdest one that ever happened to me.
Yeah.
When I was going through a divorce.
Yeah.
All my friends who were having marital problems were coming to me. for advice.
And you were going
And
to
they didn't even know.
That you were, that's not
I
good.
was divorced, and then I told them, and they were like, "No, you're joking. You
Yeah.
and Zainab, but you're the perfect couple."
Yeah.
Blah blah.
Yeah.
Nobody knew.
Yeah.
Look at
Nobody
that.
knew.
Look
Yeah.
at that.
And yet, honestly, they would come. My house would be like a surgery.
Everybody
Yeah.
coming.
Everybody
to, like,
coming to
talk
me for
about their
advice
thing.
and so on. And I would bring them together and talk. And like, I couldn't do it for myself,
You
which is
couldn't.
kind of weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And until I was long divorced. I mean, some people, 2 years after,
Yeah.
they kept saying to me, come, you're joking. You guys, you're not.
Right.
So yeah, because I kept it within. So you're right.
Yeah. So
Well, it's good to share.
Share,
There's nothing.
yeah, good to
Nobody's saying that
yeah.
don't share your
Sometimes
inner
let's
feelings.
just
It's
share.
good sometimes to share.
I
For
share
sure,
a lot,
for sure.
but
And
they're
take
just
advice
things
from
I do
people.
not share as
There are
well.
always things you will
Share and
They're
seek
just
advice.
things I'm sitting
when
on.
it's necessary.
On it, tightly, and it's okay. We'll just go for a short break, and when we come back, the program continues. Don't go anywhere.
Opticalia is a leading European brand which is now in the Gambia. Are you looking for glasses? Then you have come to the right place. As a first step, we will perform an eye exam to ensure we prescribe the correct lenses for you. After that, you can select a frame of your choice. We have a variety of brands in stock, and you will definitely find yours. You can have the full package of frame plus lenses starting from $990 up to more for the most fashionable options. Once you find a frame you like, your lenses will immediately be edged by our lab technician. Within 30 minutes, you will be able to leave with your prescription glasses and a huge smile on your face. How amazing is that? Visit us at the Tropic Shopping Center near Senegambia from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. every day of the week, or call us on 503-4411 or 7767-123.
Welcome back from that short break. If you're just tuning in, you're watching QTV This Morning. My name is Jenna Bosonko, here with my co-host, Mr. Suleiman Dabo, as well as our newspaper review guest, Mr. Adedrami. Do you want to take it from there?
Yes, thank you, Geneva. I have the point with me, and the headline reads, Activista orders submit demands of rural farmers to lawmakers. They have also this headline here, government redeploys, appoints senior officials, and GRA boss address sub-regional women leaders. This is very interesting. British High Commissioner to Gambia sets off on a 4,800-mile road trip to Banjul to raise money for child amputees.
Oh, wow.
That's quite interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so moving on.
You have photo, yeah?
Yeah, Gambian migrant dies, orders rescued off Cape Verde Island.
Oh.
And also health authorities confirm one new Aki case and suspect 39. And yeah, public processes appear vulnerable to corruption. This is said by IMF senior economist. And on the editorial, alliances or no alliances for the council elections. And aside from that, what has happened to the case of 70 confirmed Aki deaths?
Interesting. I have one here. I like to be picky about and take. It says, AKI former MP says MOH greed leads to the death of future generations. First of all, we don't have MPs in this country. We have National Assembly members. If you pick up a UK newspaper, it won't say National Assembly member
UK,
says.
yeah.
It will say MP says, because they have members of parliament.
Yeah.
We have National Assembly members. Let's call them what they are. So stop it. I've stopped my reporters from saying that. Anyway, so my rant there. Bakadaji Mandinka female circumciser in police net.
Right.
Although that's
the
not
Gamco
whose
Trust.
picture is there. Fonny Jarrell MP claims people closer to President Barrow are destroying Gambia. Quite a strong one, and this is from The Voice. That's right.
Yeah.
Providing skills and investment in education will prevent irregular migration. Potentially, yes. That's Minister Gomez saying that, and I think our colleague Choi attended this, and it was a conference about financing higher education.
Correct. Okay.
And they were saying how little goes on financing higher education, less than 10%. of the budget.
budget.
You know, 90% of it goes on lower and basic. And then state asks to serve Ms. Kebe over money laundering charges. I always like to go inside the newspapers because
to check,
quickly, we are not scrambling for Africa, says a US diplomat, and that's the US ambassador to the United Nations. Of course they are scrambling for Africa, and we just
Not
wish they would.
admitting it.
Well, they're not admitting it. Somebody who is scrambling for Africa is the Belarusian leader who's doing Zimbabwe. And I saw this thing, I'm like, and they asked, what is he bringing to Zimbabwe? And they said, he's giving them tractors. And I thought, really, Africa? We're still begging for tractors from Belarus? Come on. You know, a priest says African Catholics need more representation and more Africa and the West ties. Libya gas deal with Italy prompts a backlash. And so I thought, you know, just for once we would go in. But we should also big up our young ladies who got the bronze medal in the tournament in Cape Verde. Gambia female Scorpions, they got third place, beat Guinea-Bissau.
I think it's a big deal for me, you know, as a person who advocates for women taking the spaces that they deserve. Because if this was the men that got this bronze medal, then
it would have been a big
you know,
noise.
it was going to be a big noise. They're going to be picked up at the airport and everything. So when I say Gambia is patriarchal, we're not ready for women, we're not ready for women, we're not halfway ready for women yet. Because like this is disheartening to know, honestly. Because look at the papers, like none.
No, I agree with you. But don't just say it's Gambia. It's unfortunate.
No, but
Gambia
let's talk about our own context,
no,
because
I'm
we
just
got
saying,
bronze and no one's hyping it.
Yes, absolutely. I agree with you.
Including the media.
Yes, I agree with you. This is a trend that needs to stop.
I mean, we featured it on
we are all talking about the empowerment of women, and women are seeking for equal pay for equal job. In the United States, women's sports, I have just started to catch up with male stuff.
In fact, the national team in
exactly.
America, they're the first.
Are paid more than the women.
Well,
It
now
has been unfair. It's not correct to do. So I agree with you. This needs to stop.
Yeah, but like even if it's not in football, even in proper work settings, men and women who are doing the same job, even sometimes women have better qualifications, men are still paid better than what women are.
Does that exist in the Gambia?
It exists in the Gambia. First, Fidel too.
Yeah, of course. I mean, look, if we had internet, we'd go online. BBC, the women journalists at BBC had to take BBC to court
for
when they found out
pay.
that the men who were doing exactly the same job were being way more than that.
Way more.
BBC, you know, so
even Oprah as a young broadcaster while growing up, I can remember her
this
issue
is
where
this is an issue that needs to be addressed. It's not fair for employing, for example, me and Jennifer sitting here doing almost equally the same thing, and you're gonna pay me more than her.
In fact, I'm hoping I'm going to be paid as much as Jennifer. So
there you go. So yeah, it's just not fair. We need to, and it can only start from. It can start from with us in the media.
It has to.
Yeah, it has to start with us in the media, because we are the advocates or the voices of the vulnerable.
But actually, it's even worse in the media, because if you talk to freelance
no. What I'm talking about, those of us in the media, meaning
advocating.
Let's advocate.
Oh, I thought you
for
said changes should start from the media.
We should spearhead the advocacy.
Yeah, we should
advocacy.
We should advocate.
I mean, that's why our colleague Gajaga featured the story yesterday on the news, because we thought it was significant.
It was.
Actually,
if
it was the men, they were going to get like a whole thing at the airport to pick them up.
President will go meet
President will just literally go pick these people up. So I think, you know, we should change, because it's even going down to our politics, sports, you name it.
Every part of society.
So thumbs up to the women. You know, you're not any less. You know, you are worth it, because whatever the case, you guys brought bronze. You know, it's so big.
Top scorer in the competition, Gambian.
See.
You know.
It's a big
She was
deal.
the only woman who scored 4.
See?
In a single game.
Look at that.
You know, so yeah.
It's a big
but
deal.
the men, have they ever gotten bronze from the SWAFU?
Don't be funny. No.
See? So you guys just did what you have to do, whatever the case.
Yeah.
And then this is disheartening. No, you dinga shift. No, this is, Mr. Ade, this is disheartening. Like, come to think of it. Like, why?
No, I mean, I thought I should
It
mention
is,
it because...
you know,
for
so
me-
there are things that are so deep-rooted
No.
that to uproot them,
But this
it
is
will
not an
take
excuse.
time.
These
No,
people came with
that's what I'm saying. These are issues that are well deep-rooted in our culture, in our society. So it is not easy to address them. I agree with you. I know what you're talking about. And I'm upset about it, to be very honest with you. It shouldn't be that way. But we have to also accept the reality that this is how our society is structured. So yes, we want to change, but change takes time.
And it's a global thing, as you rightly said,
Exactly.
because
This
I
is a
can give you
global thing.
examples.
It is,
It's
but-
only 2 years ago that America agreed that their men and women's football team, national teams, will be paid the same. And only 2 weeks ago, Scotland and Wales agreed. 2 weeks ago, Scotland and Wales agreed the same thing. I mean, if they wanted to make a case, they could make a case, because let's be honest, in Europe, men's football is way more popular than women's football. There's no argument
No
about
question
it.
about
That's
it.
You know,
true.
Manchester United play every game, there's 76,000.
Yeah.
When their women's team play, the most they've got is 10,000,
There's
which is
some.
still a big crowd.
Yeah.
But, you know,
Yeah.
so you can't really
The
compare.
comparison, you
But
can't
nonetheless, at
compare.
national level now, they've agreed, and more teams across the world agreeing that the men and women's national teams will be paid the same. Maybe one day we'll get that in the Gambia too.
Yeah, we should. But congratulations to
To-
them.
yes.
Big up to
Yeah,
them.
big up
Absolutely.
to them.
For sure.
They actually
Yeah.
have done so well.
Mr. Adi, I'm impressed about this. The British High Commissioner going on a road trip to raise funds for child amputees.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think it's impressive. We talked about this yesterday somehow,
Yeah.
about the St. Peter's Alumni
Right,
Association
right, yes.
donating back to the community,
Sure.
to the school.
school.
And I said something about the missionaries we used to have in this country,
Sure.
and I still believe we still have some who come and support schools, get engaged in some other humanitarian endeavors.
Sure.
They were not or are not multi-billionaires and millionaires. They just have the initiative to say, we need to support humanity.
Yes.
And to see the British High Commissioner embarking on something like this, I
It's
think it's
to
just
be
commendable.
commended. Absolutely, to be commended. Yeah.
That we need to emulate.
No, absolutely. And you know, when you mentioned it yesterday about St. Peter's, I mentioned to you that my own alma mater, Sierra Leone Grammar School,
Correct.
the Alumni Association is 70 years old. I mean, that's how long the Alumni Association has been going. And now we've actually taken over the running of the school from government and from the Church Missionary Society. So, yeah.
It's always good to look back
Yeah.
and try to help those who might need your help or your
For sure,
support.
for sure.
Yes.
So, well, thumbs up to the British High Commissioner.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
for
Yeah.
taking the lead in relation to that. Yeah, so
Anything that stands out
health
to you?
authorities confirm one new Aki case and suspect 39. But on the editorial, they're asking what has happened to the case of 70 confirmed Aki deaths.
Yeah, we've all been asking that question because I think 4 separate investigations were launched, and we're still waiting for all of them to report. We thought they should have been just one. Well, even if you had 4, they should all report to one person who then
Yeah, that's
ties all the things together,
Yeah.
rather than 4 separate inquiries. But we're still waiting. Whilst in the rest of the world, I mean, India, they've checked and they've absolved these companies, even though there are more cases
Yeah.
Coming out.
coming
yeah.
out in other countries,
Yeah,
you know, linked to Indian-made cough syrups.
Yeah.
So we're still waiting, and we haven't had, and they're not even updating us as to how
Yeah,
the
that's the
investigations go.
unfortunate
That's the
part
part,
of it. Yeah,
right.
that's the unfortunate part. That not updating the public. And yesterday, I read a headline: the president talking about journalists
Should be more
more nationalistic.
nationalistic.
Yeah, I'm talking about more of our country. So, I think the misunderstanding, and I keep saying this, there is a disconnect. What we do is to give information out.
It's not. It's
Where
not
do
our
we
job
get
to
the
be
information?
quite.
It's from the government and from society.
Correct.
We are in between. So if we have the right information, we will share it. But if you don't share the information with us, we cannot make it available to the general public.
And also,
So-
if you give people something to have a sense of pride about, they will have that sense of pride, and that will be reflected in the media.
Correct.
How the media reports and so on. I know I'm always banging on about Cape Verde, but if you read Cape Verde papers,
Yeah.
trust me, the people are very proud to be Cape Verdean.
Exactly.
And it's very obvious in the
absolutely.
newspapers
Exactly.
every day.
Yes,
They're
yes.
always bigging up
Yeah.
something about their country.
That's what I
because
said.
there's lots to big up about their country.
Absolutely. You are, you always, everybody, you should be proud of being Gambian.
Yeah.
I mean, before you are a journalist, you are a Gambian first. So whatever you do to promote, to protect your country, it's just natural instinct that anyone should have. But we have also a job to do.
We do.
We do have a job to do.
And we have come to the end.
For joining us on the program.
And before I go off, just a shout out to your amazing co-host, who's not here this week.
Yeah, Ibrahim, he's in Basse, you know. Dama Barsa. You know,
Oh.
join Nababugade.
Mr. That is making me feel
I was
bad.
actually crying yesterday.
Look, this
I had to cry yesterday.
Oh, please don't cry. But
but he'll be back.
He'll be
He'll be back shortly.
next week,
And you know, my grandfather is stepping in, so it's okay. Having my granddad sit next to me.
Well, this is it. Yes, right.
I'm very proud.
Yeah,
Mr. I'm very proud, and I think I should be.
You should be having a granddaughter, Jena Basonko.
Yeah.
Excuse me, what more can you ask for?
Absolutely nothing.
Obviously.
Time to go.
Let's go for a short break and we'll be right back.
Espas Motors is the largest and most modern auto service in the Gambia. Espas Motors is the only authorized dealer in Sherry, Mercedes-Benz trucks, Mercedes-Benz buses, Kia, Ford, Futon Mini and Midi buses, Futon trucks. At Espas Motors, we have qualified professionals who use modern technology to diagnose and repair all brands of motor vehicles. Espas Motor services include auto sales, auto repairs, vehicle painting, availability of high-quality spare parts, towing services. We are reachable at any time. Call Espas Motors on 35-2222-2, 353-4444, or locate us on the Bertel-Harding Highway. Espas Motors. Step into the Espas Motors showroom for your luxurious name brand vehicle. Located along the Bertel-Harding Highway, Espas Motors is the Gambia's authorized dealer for Chery, Kia, Ford, and now we bring you the new Peugeot model 3008 SUV. 18-inch alloy wheels, 216 inches high ground clearance, keyless entry system, start and stop button, rear parking assistance system with reverse camera, adaptive cruise control with speed limit, LED daytime running lights, front and side airbags, 8-inch HD touchscreen. Not to forget our exquisite Peugeot Landtrek double cabin pickup with 2.1-liter diesel engine, 6-speed manual transmission 4x4, hill descent control, LED daytime running lights. Espas Motors, the authorized dealer for Peugeot. Visit us today or call us on 35-2222-2 or 353-4444.
By Komene Woni Network, Burado Holorede, ko Lady Gambia do. QCell continue a dangol on internet service holorado ko Lady Gambia do. E 4G plus internet speed on men innama no yawi tenon kadi no holora. Watu kala dula e QCell. Nabu QCell SIM card Johnny yahuka QCell customer care center ji ko Lady do. Fina fitoroda odo 4G plus internet yawudo ko Lady Gambia do. Fiye bugol hen ko labi. Ida wawi nodude QCell customer care e 111 QCell sunyubas menen udditi lawol si wobbe jokki.
Welcome back from that short commercial break. If you're just tuning in, you're watching QTV this morning. I'm here with my co-host, Mr. Suleiman Dabo. Now we're joined by Musukuta Koma, who is the country director of Child Fund, and this is a topic very dear to me.
Yes.
You know, it's talking about how responsive parenting helps children.
This is very interesting. Yeah.
When hale so for you time hale rek, you know, we know how it affects you growing up. Yo for you lo ñu la togn dina police yo da nga too serious yo for you lo time hale. That shows the importance of engaging children when they're young, and I'm happy that Child Fund the Gambia is leading the way to put together this amazing documentary in relation to engaging children in a playful manner, in a good way. But good morning.
Good morning, Geneva. Good morning, my brother. It's good to be part of this show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell us about this particular documentary on how responsive parenting helps children.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. I think for children to be able to live and realize their full potential, they need 5 basic elements. And the first one is good health, good nutrition, safety and security, responsive caregiving, and also opportunities to learn. Wherever they are. And these are things that are in abundance and also easily accessible. But the challenge that we saw is that for people to know, that is the knowledge, attitude, and the practice on how to translate and get these 5 elements to put them to children, that was a big gap. So hence we came up with a program delivery model. We call it responsive and protective parenting. And basically the element is how do caregivers, we broaden it so that it's not only parents, so that it's not only biological parents of the children, but for every child that is between 0 to 5 years, at least you need a caregiver who will be playing with you. And through that play, children, that's where they express their happiness, their sorrow, and whatever challenge they are going through. But on the reverse also, this is an opportunity also for you, the caregiver, to be free from any stress, to be involved, and also not to burn out. So it's a two-way traffic.
Yeah, because we saw the statistics, which are not looking good, about only 4% of mothers and 1% of fathers in the Gambia engage in activities that promote learning and school reading, such as storytelling, reading, and playing. So I think it's really unfortunate that this is happening, which kind of further brings about angry children in society. Let's also talk about that a little bit, because we have children who are angry during their childhood, and then they grow up and then they become angry, and the healing process takes a lot of time, which really affects them realizing their full potential.
I think that's very right. The statistics you mentioned is only 4%, the multiple indicator cluster survey that was sponsored by UNICEF and conducted by the Gambia Bureau of Statistics. The analysis shows that only 4% of women were playing with their children. And it was worse in the case of male caregivers, only 1% playing with their children. And as you rightly mentioned, the effect and the aftermath is children who are aggressive, who are angry. They grow up in that kind of setup, and then they become adults who we cannot understand their impact on the society. Now, in trying to break that barrier, Child Fund went ahead. And if you look at the nurturing care framework, it has got different models. And what we do is, when you go to the community, you do a mobilization. You mobilize, and first, of course, the first entry point is you want to identify where a child is who is less than 5 years old. And then you try to understand who is the primary caregiver of this child. Of course, naturally, you want to identify the female caregiver first. And at all times...
Why is that?
Because they are... Naturally, we see them as a duty bearer, because somebody who is 0 years old, of course, we'll all admit that we want that child to be closer to the mother or the female caregiver. Inclusive is the breast milk and the other things. But again, we go the extra mile to ask that female caregiver, who is your male counterpart in the caregiving for this child? And that's one element that we really brought out in this program delivery implementation, to ensure that we advocate and that we increase male participation in caregiving. So these couples will go through a series of monthly sessions, minimum 6 months, up to 18 months, if we feel their knowledge and attitude and the practices have not gone to, because before you start, you need to take a baseline, whereby you are able to determine some indicators. And those indicators that scored low, you are able to put a lot of emphasis and energy on that. So monthly, interestingly, they will define who they want to be their facilitator within the community, and then the facilitator goes through rigorous training, so that it's like a natural setup. So hamga so guy toge legele ñu ne ataya lañ nama guy di himale sen ataya while they are still learning, and they are like reminding each other, because they are the ones who are sitting up in the community and the setup. Now they go through modules like pregnancy, infant welfare, and the male are taught how to accompany the woman from the decision to conceive, through the journey of going to clinics regularly, through the journey of childbirth, and then how to care for that child who is 0 years until the child is 5 years. So we have really broken barriers.
That's good to know.
And we've really seen male involvement in child care. Although we want to shout out the challenge we are having in the urban setup, many may want to assume that we still see men in the urban setup. why that's not the whole thing. We now see that they are so busy that until now, child care in the urban setup is left in the hands of the woman or the third party.
True.
Yeah.
So I think I want to encourage all of us in the urban setup to really find that time, however busy we are, to define and find the time to ensure that we are participating in the child care.
Luma understand, because normally educate them a little bit. Xam nga jigéen su amee doom dañ ko dee may about 6 months. So góor bi moom lan la dee am?
Du dee am loolu de.
Déedéet góor bi 6 months moom du dëgga du yoon saman du ma ko nangu because xam nga liggéey kii dañ war a dem because nampalut liyut waaye ndax moom daf dee am period I don't know, I'm just trying to understand because show you ma ndax góor bi daf dee am period boo xam ne moom it war na moo mun a toog kër I don't know.
It depends on the family,
how
but
long
I'll let the country director to answer that question. But I'm
góor
just
bi daf
saying,
dee am time
I'm just
because xam
saying,
nga encourage bi foofu la moo dooree ñu won la ne war ngaa mun a gestu xale bi su juddoo SS xool ko xam nga toog around bond dama laajte rek
help us here.
bëgguma lu chaotic
Well, okay, luma wax mooy xam nga sometimes it depends on the family and the arrangement between the couple. You can have 6 months vacation time for the mother, but you don't know what contribution the male counterpart can bring to that household. Believe in me. No, you understand as breastfeeding the child, which she mentioned earlier, that for the first 4 months of the child's development, during that period, you don't know the woman. The woman is the one who is breastfeeding.
True.
But do you know she needs help herself?
That's okay. Now we're on the same page.
That's what I'm saying. The woman who has delivered, she's the one expected to breastfeed. But that woman needs support herself.
Might need physical support.
Exactly. So that's why it's important to have the male there.
Not for the whole period because we want to be realistic.
Who told you?
But I'm happy we have a male advocate. You know, the history behind the 6 months is when, as a nation, we felt that exclusive breastfeeding, that is breastfeeding up to 6 months of the child's life, is very critical in the development of it. And for the woman to be able to do this correctly and timely, we advocated, and we are happy that the whole Gambia government and all stakeholders felt this was necessary and it was approved. So women have 6 months. However, also there is provision for the men also to have, even though not up to 6 months, but that's a minimum. In some institutions, like for example in Child Fund, we encourage you to even call your supervisor and tell your supervisor, I cannot be present physically at work today because I'm accompanying my wife or my partner to the clinic for antenatal. And during postpartum period, which is the first 2 weeks that are critical, it's like a leave period for the gentleman to stay home and ensure that you are really supporting in the childbirth. And many other organizations, in fact, the government is also doing some things. But we will come to those kind of advocates and ensure that
women go through a lot of
they're not using the 2 weeks to do something, but they are staying there.
I'm talking to you.
But they are staying there to take care of the
because women go through a lot of postpartum depression that they are not even aware of.
That's why they need the male counterparts there.
Exactly.
I'm talking to you from experience. I don't want to share that experience with you, but I'm telling you, a woman would deliver and she would need her male partner to be there 100% of the time.
That's true.
Perfect.
You know
what I meant?
But I want to draw your attention, country director, to your general article on the Point newspaper. And there you identified 3 areas that are critical in a child's development. And they are responsive, nurturing, caregiving, safe, supportive environment, and appropriate nutrition and stimulation. And I want to quote this part of your article, which says, addressing these factors provides a good start for all children, which is beneficial for their development. So these 3 areas, looking at it and having born and raised in this country, mostly, and I don't use this word lightly, the uneducated, people who are not very much exposed, they are the ones who suffer much, to me, from these areas that you have identified.
Perfect. You are very right. The challenge basically is because of the low knowledge, which will be translated into attitude and the practices. Because when we do responsive parenting, we accompany it with backyard gardening. For a child to get good nutrition, you could have a backyard garden whereby you are growing things that are nutritious for the child to eat. And for child to get good health, of course, we all believe that vaccination schedule to be followed and adequately can prevent children from a lot of things. And also knowing the signs and the symptoms, basic signs and symptoms of signs of illnesses so that you can be able to report to the health facility on time. Those ones are paramount. Now, the safety and the security, when you have a child of certain age, the setup of how your room looks like is even paramount.
It's important. It needs to be colorful.
And for the child to really have simulation and other things, we know that we need the motor skills, the cognitive skills, and the different kind of skills.
Right.
And during this particular program model delivery, we have now appreciated how male caregivers are using safe local materials to make toys for the children to play.
Yeah.
No, you make a child, you take a stick and make a toy for a child, whereby the child feels, okay, it's my motor skill, I'm driving.
Yeah.
By the way, they're showing videos of the documentary that you made for children. Impressive.
It's amazing. Looks good.
So these are some of the things definitely that we feel that they really contribute to this simulation of the children. The good nutrition is very important. The good health is very important. And also opportunities to give them early learning. When they are 3 years, they need to go to the early childhood education centers. And whereby they'll be socializing with their peers and also making mistakes, but it's going to educate them. So these are pointers that are very critical, and I'm happy you picked them up. They are not expensive, they are not difficult to get, they are in abundance, and we access them in our doorsteps.
That's true.
But what are they, and how do we access them? It's where we really have to go far to improve the knowledge, attitude, and the practices of caregivers.
Geneva wasn't raised in a rural setting. I was raised in a rural setting, born and raised in a rural setting.
Because you were raised in a rural setting, you're yama genafo. Because man, you remember, I wasn't raised by my mom and my dad. I was raised by my grandma.
The problem, what we went through, yes, we had a lot of time and a lot of opportunity to fun. But the thing is, our parents were not directly involved.
Exactly.
You know, so because after the rainy season, there's no farming, there's not much to do. So that you have all the time to yourself to play. As long as Timis Munge Jotsi rek, small papa ñewna. As a security.
Wow.
They put you back there in the house. But they don't have much to do with you. Ñom luñ bëgg rek moy dugal ci kër gi. Wow, from there, whatever you do, that is a creation of your own. Probably what the help you will get is mom telling you, did you study?
Wow.
If they don't even have to, if they even have to tell you, did you study? Because they don't know the importance of the child reading at night.
I think when we did the baseline, you described the perfect situation we found out.
Yeah.
I was born and raised there.
Also, because of that kind of disconnect between mom and dad, there were a lot of tensions between mom and dad. And you know, we said also children need to live in a safety and a secured environment. Those tensions and the noises legally hulo agarwante have a negative impact on that child. So that's why when we are doing the monthly sessions, we are inviting both of them to come together. And as they go through the models, they realize themselves and then they go back. That's why in the documentary, you see how male are so involved. We now see in communities, especially in Nyanija, where we really put the focus, all the 32 communities of Nyanija where went through this session. We now see how male caregivers are now helping to prepare meals, you know, playing with the children, making toys for them, and finding time to sit down and talk with their female counterparts on the development of those children. And unfortunately, it was not part of our indicators we are measuring, but we went to one community in the aftermath to see how they are doing these sessions for sustainability, because we trained them, and we found that almost all of them were pregnant again. And that was something that we were not counting up to, but it's all brought about because they were happy and they were communicating, and you know, you can imagine, it's like a positive outcome that we did not measure, but because now they are communicating and they are talking, there's that bond between them. The end result is good luck for us, because we want to see more children.
That's true.
I experienced of not being involved in your child's development when my kids who were born here left this country at the age of, I think, 7 and 10 to join me in the US. When they got there, because I have not been used to staying in the house and being with my children and helping them homework and all that, When they came, I have been forced to live like that.
Yes.
Well,
and it was a
that's how it's
nightmare.
supposed to be.
It was
But
a
anyway,
nightmare.
It's just a responsibility that we all should take. No
Parents
matter
need
how
to take.
busy we are,
Yeah.
I know
Give it
how
the
it
time.
feels because I wasn't raised by a mom and a dad. So I know how it feels when these individuals are absent.
Absolutely.
When you're older, people might not tend to accept it, but it has a negative
It
impact.
does.
Absolutely, it
It
does.
does.
So,
It does.
you know,
does.
so in our own individual spaces, we should advocate for, you know, people to come together, raise their kids,
And I think-
no matter how busy you are, to
Yeah.
do. But due to time constraints,
Yep.
we have to go now. But this is a topic that deserves a whole
Absolutely. And I think if you can do it in
Yes,
local
we
languages
should.
more,
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
fine.
That
yeah.
will help.
I'm always
I
happy
think
to
the
do that.
Jigen show is a show that you can link, and then you'll be able to do something
Yeah.
Thank you
extensive
so
They
with
need it
them,
in the local
because
languages
it's really
a
a
lot.
very important
Thank you for the opportunity. It
Sure.
was a good pleasure to
Interesting.
come
Yeah,
around
sure,
and discuss
sure.
this.
Yeah.
Thank you
So
so
we'll
much.
go
Thank
for
you
a
very
short
much.
break.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take
Thank
care.
you.
Thank you
We'll
very
be
much.
back.
Bye.
QCell, GSM company minna yirwa tariata Gambia Bankoka. QCell la 4G plus network ya banko bela mura. Andung ala internet o tariata sidula saba katambi nyongol la. Sound sign yesta 335 has kumande. Yadati kemuna fang 4G sobe wala. QCell, Gambia la network lanna yaringo.
QMoney is back again with its easy-to-use, secure and convenient mobile app that allows you to carry out all your transactions. No matter where you are or what time it is, you can always access your funds. With the new QMoney app, you can cash in and out, buy credit, buy QPower, shop, make payments, and so much more. You can also send QMoney, pay bills, receive international remittances, and transfer cash to others. Just download the app from your Play Store or App Store and get started. For more information, call customer care on 133. QMoney, Sinu Calpe. We innovate, others follow.
Save up to 50% energy with the new side-by-side Samsung refrigerator. Samsung air conditioners come with HD filter and antibacterial for your protection. Save time, energy, and effort by using our washing machines, loaded with innovative features that offer superior cleaning technology. Step into the future of television with our slick and slim Samsung Smart TV designs. Sizes range from 32 to 85 inches. Smart LED, Crystal UHD Ultra High Definition, and QLED Quantum Dark LED. Get new ways of interacting with your TV. Unparalleled vision, right from the comfort of your living room. Our products are backed with 1-year warranty. Visit us at QCell Building at Caraba Avenue or at Boosterview Turntable. Contact us on 333-3217 or email us at info@quantumnet.gm.
Medicalia is a high-quality clinic from Europe, which is now in the Gambia. Do you have an eye problem? Do you feel a hearing difficulty? Medicalia is here to ease the pain for you. The first and only hearing aid dispensing facility nationwide, where patients can be tested and treated to recover from their hearing loss. Fitted with latest generation equipment, our doctors can provide healthcare assistance for eyes, ears, nose, and throat. Common diseases like glaucoma or diabetic retinopathy can be diagnosed and followed up for fast and correct treatment. Make your appointment with the eye or ear, nose, and throat ENT specialist today to relieve any pain you might be feeling, as consultants are available daily. Contact us for more information. Visit us at Tropic Shopping Center near Senegambia from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. every day of the week, or call us on 503-4411 or 7767-123. Medicalia, premium care, personal touch.
Welcome back from that short break. If you're just tuning in, you're watching QTV this morning. And now, Mr. Dabo, we're just heading right on to take a look at the executive body that is put together in relation to women in STEM and women in science, technology, engineering, in mathematics, STEM means. And this is a registered organization incorporated into the Companies Act 2013. And, you know, they're looking forward to launching, if not already launched, the organization And the aims and objectives are great, looking at it, you know, to promote the study and practice of STEM among girls in the Gambia, to provide mentorship, and the list goes on. So that is why they're here to further delve into
Is it STEM or WISTEM?
WISTEM shortened because
women in STEM means with STEM.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Thank you for clarifying that.
W for the women.
Yeah.
It's the
and
small
the
I for the N.
Yes, for the
and
N.
then science,
STEM for the
technology,
STEM,
engineering, and mathematics.
Yeah.
Yes,
So, but the I is small because
Yes.
it's as in women in STEM.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is this mainly women in academia, university, college, and stuff like that, or do you have this all the way down to primary school?
All the way down.
All the way down.
All the way down.
Okay, take us through.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. We are so grateful that you have us today. We will not take this opportunity for granted. Thank you so much. So, good morning, everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, Women in STEM, as he rightly mentioned, is registered in this country, but we registered just last September, September 2022.
Okay.
Our objectives are, like she started, to promote, one of the objectives is to promote the practice and study of STEM in Gambian girls. So that takes me to your question. When we say Gambian girls, we mean from the grassroots level to infinity. So we intend to start from the communities, reach out to parents, encourage them to start talking to their children right from childhood to get into the STEM fields. This way, before they even get to the primary schools, they are prepared to get into the STEM fields, and they are not seeing it as something that is not doable. Then we will reach out to primary schools, junior secondary schools, senior secondary schools, and open girls in STEM clubs. These girls in STEM clubs, we will look for one teacher in the school as a STEM representative to look to oversee the girls in STEM clubs.
Nice.
We would talk to
And
the
that
schools.
person would be a woman.
Yes,
I would
please.
assume.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Strictly, is that strictly?
Yes.
Okay.
No, not strictly as such, because we are not doing this in competition with guys. We are actually trying to complement each other.
Exactly.
The overall goal is to develop this country.
There you go. That's the thing. I can be a very good advocate for you if you choose me to, but I'm just telling you, I don't think it would be wise to say it has to be only women.
No.
But then,
you can have a stronger woman.
but then we see projects globally where that exists. The reason is because they're trying to work on the women role models.
Okay.
That is the reason if they do that.
Because that way the girl is directly influenced to
by
get into
a
the
fellow
STEM field.
woman.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Because
then
it has a lot of impact. That has
Okay.
a lot of impact.
Okay.
If you are still using the men to do it, they will still think women can't do it.
Can't do
That's
it.
But
Okay.
if they see me in my overall, they see my president Kodu Jenge in her reflector as a telecommunication engineer, they'll be like, wow, I want to be like her.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
we want to encourage the schools to add the programs of the girls in STEM club programs into their extracurricular activities. These programs will be research projects. We encourage them to come up with research projects. My president is so passionate about research.
Nice.
Then we will hold career guidance programs, mentorship programs, and trainings.
Nice.
Okay.
So this would encourage the students to not see STEM as something that is not doable. You give them a small project because Gambians are talented.
Yeah.
Just that our talents are not explored.
Right.
So when you give them a simple project and the girl is able to do it, she's like, wow,
Yeah.
So kind
Exactly.
of demystifying.
Yeah.
It
But
is.
just quickly, due to time constraints,
Yes,
we will
okay.
just engage because sorry about that.
That's
but
all
today
right.
it seems we have a packed program.
That's
She
all
looks
right.
young. So are you still going to school?
I'm at the university.
Oh, you're in the University of
UTG.
the Gambia,
Yes.
and you're
Great.
studying what?
I'm studying physics
Okay, so why physics?
Oh my goodness.
because I have passion for physics since I was in high school. There's my one physics teacher, Miss Cham. She really inspired me, and she was really putting so much work in me for me to love physics. Then I love physics from there, but like my passion is to become an aerospace engineer. But you know that course is not available here, so I have to go into the physics first, so
Yeah.
I can take.
Tell anybody, any girl, child who is watching you right now. By the way, you've impressed me a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Just by being at the university and you studying physics.
Thank you.
Tell young girls at your age or younger than you who might be a little bit scared
Yeah.
not to go into a field like you are in.
Okay. What I have to tell them is that they should not be scared of because I can say 90% of Gambian girls, they're scared of going into the STEM field, which is not right. Yeah. So even myself, at a certain point, I got lost, but alhamdulillah, with STEM, I was able to come, you know. Because the time I was going to the university to study physics, like, when someone asks me, when I learn study, I'll be like, I'm majoring in physics. They'll be like, you will end up becoming a teacher. That is what they, and that is the mindset they are having. So at a certain point, I was like, hope I'm taking the right path and things like that. But when I joined the Wisdom and meet members like Nima, they are my mentors. They really inspired me, and they showed me the path, and they guide me through the career, what I'm going to do to reach where I want to reach.
Okay, so what year are you right now?
I'm currently in my third year.
Third year, which means it's already done.
And
so
what do you
how
want
did
to
you
become?
balance it, you know?
An aerospace
I think
engineer.
you forgot to
Aerospace
mention
engineer.
civils robots too.
Yeah, and I see a lot of young girls getting into coding, you know, doing those things, so it's amazing.
And next time anybody tells you you are going to end up being a teacher, tell them. So what is wrong with becoming a teacher? Because without teachers, those who are telling you you end up being teachers, they wouldn't be there.
Exactly.
So teachers are equally important.
So I know being in the sciences is very difficult.
Exactly.
Although I didn't want to do it, because you know sometimes parents contribute, they push you to areas that you do not want to go to. Because I always wanted to do arts, but if my grandmother is watching, she did it for a good reason. Don't be mad. But she made me do commerce. Parents contribute sometimes. So did your parents support you to actually realize this dream of studying physics?
Yeah, my mom is someone that always supports me. She asks me, Gone, what do you want to study? What do you want to become? Like, there's a certain point that she wants me to go into nursing because of the mindset that the environment is having.
Women are supposed to be.
Yeah, but I just talk with her and she understands me, and she knows that I have passion for becoming an aerospace engineer. You know, passion really contributes in someone. If you're going for something and you don't have the passion for it, you might get stuck on the way. But if you have this passion, that's going to keep you pushing. So my mom really supports me.
We're just doing this because due to time constraints, we want to bring out as much as possible within a short period.
Quickly.
So how did you like balance it with household chores? We know men in the sciences doing the houseball, photo, going different. Go jigen be nak wara bale, wara toga, wara li, wara lili. Wara the physics, so how did you balance it as a woman? Lulu rek barrier.
Okay.
Period pain included.
That is very right. Yeah, it do happens to me. But as I said, my mom really supports me. She knows that the course I'm doing is not an easy course. So she looks for an house help. Even though weekend I do help her with house chores and this, but during weekdays she looks for a house help, someone that will be helping her while I go to school and come back do my studies and those things.
Mashallah, that's amazing.
Nima, this is very impressive.
Thank you,
you guys are doing a good job. I have Allah has blessed me with 3 girls.
Oh,
so I am a strong
Push them into
advocate
the
for
steps.
women.
We are ready to mentor them. And she mentioned something. She mentioned the stereotype. And this is what we want to stop. We have a slogan that is breaking all STEM barriers. That is why we are going into the community level, going into the schools to break that stereotype. Sometimes we will even go with our overalls and the like to show people that this is not a male-dominated field. To develop this country, both male and females have to be put together collectively to help develop this country, and we can do it without STEM. So our launching, like you mentioned, it has not passed. We are launching the association on the 25th of February at the conference center. Inshallah, you are all invited.
Oh, wow! I should come and
yes.
Yangone, thank you so much. By the way, her name is Yangone Coker. If you want to reach out to her, she's at the University of the Gambia.
And watch out for Yangone, you guys. Watch out for
she's
the next big thing. She's building robots and doing all the things.
Doing the programming herself.
You see,
thank you
watch
very much.
out.
Thank you.
Doing the programming with all the struggles that comes with it.
And we are also doing outreach programs in universities, and the first of it will happen today at USET.
Oh, nice.
So everyone is invited to come to USET today. Yes.
Nice.
Thank you very much for having us.
Thank you.
Women can be in STEM. They can be beautiful too. Look how beautiful.
Oh, I'm an electrical engineer.
And you look so normal, yo. You look like yo.
It's really impressive. Definitely.
Thank you so much.
Dama fogo de dinala muna dan.
No, du fi am man rek duma ko baye. Mom so du fi am lolu du success.
But I'm so glad to be
please,
amongst you.
all of you are invited to come and support us, especially the media. We need everyone out there to know we are here to help. Give mentorship. We are going to organize networking events, conferences, and seminars. And award nights to promote, to celebrate outstanding STEM professionals and students. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
We'll go for a short break now. And when we come back, we'll be talking about how Green Hub is a company registered in the Republic of Turkey, which aims to contribute to the production and distribution of quality control products for high-quality food and agricultural products around the world, has supported the Gambia with test kits. We will be right back.
Sunyu Bundle. QCell Sunyu Bundle is the fastest, most reliable, and affordable bundle package in the Gambia. Whether you work, go to school, farm, or simply surf the internet, Sunyu Bundle is the best package for you. Get bundles from 20 megabytes to 13 gigabytes by just dialing *303# to subscribe and start enjoying the cheapest internet tariff on your favorite social media sites like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, WhatsApp, and many more. So jump on the Sunyu Bundle family and get connected with the best data packages at affordable prices. For more information, call customer care on 111. QCell, Sunyu Bus. We innovate, others follow.
QCell Sunyu Bundle mooy bundle package bu gën a gaaw ànd ak kóolute te it gën a yomba bundle package yi yëpp si réew mi fii bu nekkee yaa ngi sa liggéey kaay si school bi si tool bi dugal rek si internet bi Sunyu Bundle moo gën ci yow mun ngaa jëfandikoo bundle doore ko 20 megabytes ba 13 gigabytes dialal *303# nga dal di bànneexoo internet tarif bu gën a yomba nga dugal si Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, WhatsApp ak lu bari dawa léegi nga bokka si njobooti suñu bundle bi pour nga mun a connect si data package bu gën a yomba pour am si lu leer koolal QCell customer care si 111 QCell suñu boss ñoo xaali yoon bi ñeneen toppa.
QCell GSM company minna yirwa tariata Gambia Bankoka. QCell la 4G plus network ya banko bela mura. Andung ala internet o tariata sidula saba katambi nyongola. Saung sahin yesta 335 kumandi. Yadati kemuna fang 4G sobe wala. QCell Gambia la network lanna yari on.
QMoney is back again with its easy-to-use, secure and convenient mobile app that allows you to carry out all your transactions. No matter where you are or what time it is, you can always access your funds. With the new QMoney app, you can cash in and out, buy credit, buy QPower, shop, make payments, and so much more. You can also send QMoney, pay bills, receive international remittances, and transfer cash to others. Just download the app from your Play Store or App Store and get started. For more information, call customer care on 133. QMoney, Sinu Calpe. We innovate, others follow.
Welcome back from that short break. If you're just tuning in, you're watching QTV this morning. Now, the Food Safety and Quality Authority received a consignment of test kits for detecting microbiological contamination in food and water, and a test kit for pH in water as well as juice from the Green Hub. So if you're following QTV News, you'll be aware of this. And I think it's amazing because we've sat here several times, Mr. Dabo, and talked about the fact that they need to be independent. They don't need to be sending things elsewhere for things to happen, but initiatives that we can take locally to be able to test our own things. So I think at least we should give them a thumbs up for receiving this, although it's a grant, but whatever the case, you know, bilaterals are important. This is what it can yield.
That's the saying that two are better late than never.
Exactly.
So however late it is better to have these test kits, to have them in the country. But when it comes to food hygiene, before we let the scientists and the people from FSQA, when it comes to food safety, it should be a two-way street. True. The individual that is buying the food and the person who is selling it. So you have to be hygienic yourself to be able to. But anyway, I don't want to take much of the time.
Thank you so much for joining us. To start with quickly, there's no need to go down memory lane because we always invite you guys to come and talk about the work that you do. So just quickly, what changes can this bring, the test kits?
Thank you, Jenaba. First, I have to really thank you for having us. These green hop with their test kits can bring a lot for the Gambia, especially for the food business operators.
Right.
Because as you rightly said, we've been struggling for a long time.
Right.
But it is always important to extend your work to other institutions.
Right.
And this is exactly what we did with Green Hub. With the presence of Green Hub, a lot of changes in terms of rapid testing.
Okay.
And this is exactly what we need. More specifically for the food business operators,
Right.
like the processors. We have a lot of processors in this country that can easily process and send their food products, sometimes even outside of this country, without being tested. So with the presence of this Green Hub, extending their help to the food industries through the Food Safety and Quality Authority, we will be able to see a lot of changes in terms of processing food that is really fit for human consumption, and then in other aspects, bringing down the rejection levels of foods that we send outside of this country. Because as we are speaking, our groundnuts most of the times sometimes are always rejected.
Because of the
but with some tests being conducted in the country, we are sure of the products that we send outside of this country.
Mrs. Balde, are you trying to tell me that when we are sending products outside of the Gambia, we don't test them?
We do test, but sometimes because we lack the facilities, sometimes people will send without even informing the Food Safety and Quality Authority.
That is unfortunate.
And when was the Food Safety and Quality Control set up in the country? That was not long ago, right?
No, food safety has been here even before FSQA.
Yeah.
Because if you go down the memory lane, you have food safety within the public health sector. So definitely we have been here for a long time now.
But my problem is, because this is what we're talking about. We're talking about Aki, for example, how these products have been sent not tested, and how we are also sending things not tested.
Yeah, but as I said, that used to happen, but it is not happening anymore.
With the coming of these kits at this point?
With even the coming of the FSQA, because now even though we don't have some of the test kits in this country, we cannot send any foodstuff that is untested. This is why we always used to send our products outside the country. That is either in Dakar or in Germany or somewhere, but that will never happen now. It has ceased to happen.
I am just, I'm saying this thing, and I'm saying sitting right next to you, and you have this glass of water and that thing. If there is not going to be an explosion, I want to know.
No, don't worry. You are safe.
I'm safe, right? All right. So what's going to happen? What is in that kit, and what are you supposed to do with this glass of water?
Kit that we were given to by the Green Hub company. Okay, it tests the quality of water. That is, it checks the total number of bacteria and also checks the presence of E. coli. Yeah, and it also check how to call it. It is also used on food products. Food and beverage and also water. Yeah.
All right. So you want to demonstrate how you test?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
It has a labeling 1 and 2 on it. So, and if you check inside, it also labeled as 1. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Come on.
This is 1 and 2. 1 is for pathogenic organisms and 2 is for E. coli, because there are 2 different.
What's that E. coli?
E. coli is found in untreated water. You know, if consumed, it can cause like diarrhea. Yeah, exactly, and also urinary tract infections. Yeah.
So we're going to do the testing now.
Exactly.
Okay.
You open it. You then place it in the water for 30 seconds or maybe 1 minute.
All the way.
Yeah.
If this water gets bacteria,
we will show. And this is QTV water.
Yeah.
Please, when you sell out.
This is not QTV water. This is water from anywhere.
This is water from the tap. From the tap.
Dispensable and the borehole. Then you want to have the borehole bila. Normal tap. It's important.
Yes.
Borehole.
Tap bila. You know tap bila.
So you put it in an incubator for 24 hours. If you don't have an incubator, you can just leave it in a room temperature and observe it.
Okay, for how long? In the room
For 24 hours.
For 24 hours.
Exactly.
Okay, and then when you come, then you'll be able to know the results.
Exactly.
All right, I'm so glad there's no explosion. I'm sitting safely here.
Mr. Dabos.
Yes, 24 hours.
24 hours.
Huh?
It's a rapid, is a
Is it used one?
No, it's only used once.
Wow, so léegi fi mu nekk nii nga ne dañ ko war a teg for 24 hours.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So this is the
weekend.
No, we'll call them. We'll call them to tell us what. Or do we?
If at all bacteria move, let's say pathogenic organisms, number one, you will see
the presence.
Yes, the presence. It will be visible.
Okay.
Color changes.
Exactly. Color bit of a change. Exactly. But if it is neutral, meaning the water is not contaminated.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So yen da ngeen dee mën a jox li to the public, or this is only for you? Like any other person can go and get it from you, or this is just for you to do the test?
No, it is for sale actually.
It's for sale.
Yeah.
Okay. Green Hub is selling it.
Yes. Exactly.
Okay. It is a company that is based in Turkey.
Okay.
But they have an extension in the Gambia.
Wow.
Basically, they do business.
Okay. So this is a donation through FSQA.
Exactly. It's a donation.
Okay.
But then food business operators can access their office at any time they wish.
Okay.
And they can
so
they can
Green
make
Hub
business.
nañ ñëw jënd airtime.
And exactly.
Na Green Hub ñëw ak QTV waxa suñ marketing team bi jënd airtime.
jox naa Francis
number bi waaw su ko defee gars yi ñëw.
Salma
this is important. This is very important. It will help a lot of people to know what could be wrong with water.
Exactly.
Yes.
And we have different types of test kits. And they are all rapid test kits.
They are all rapid test kits.
Yes, they are up to almost 8.
Nice.
And we are all trained on them. And we call so many food business operators, most of them the water producers. We train them on how to use these rapid test kits, how to access them. Just to make life very easy.
Okay. So
I don't know how much time we have.
We have a minute to go.
Okay, but quickly, Mrs. Balde, if you go to Serekunda Market, if you go to...
is that part of Green Hub?
No, I'm talking about you and FSQA. This is not the Green Hub thing there.
Okay.
This is FSQA. We have moved parts to Green Hub long time ago. We're talking about FSQA.
Okay.
What do you do at the Brikama Market and at the Serekunda Market with flies flying over the food that we consume?
Well, Mr. Sisi.
Dabo, yes.
Definitely, I will not tell you anything that is not happening. You know, food safety is something. This is why we always say food safety is everybody's business.
Correct.
And the safety of any food begins with the food business operator.
Okay.
The Food Safety and Quality Authority, we are the coordinating body. But definitely we cannot be everywhere.
Yeah.
At
The
all
responsibility
times. We cannot. There is no time we will be able to have that capacity. And one more important thing about food safety is it lies on behavioral change. Even in as much as control we want to do, in as much as sensitization we want to, if people don't want to change their attitude, definitely we'll be nowhere. And this is what we have been fighting for over the years.
Yeah.
Although we have the regulations, we have the act with us, but definitely this is not enough. What is enough is for individuals to change their attitude towards preparing and displaying food.
Mrs. Balde, why lead lane way be?
We have been leading the way.
No,
lead the
honestly.
way ñu ngi wax ay test kits ñu ngi nii suñ buur yi si newspaper man tey newspaper bi dama ko laal suma loxo bi laal na ko tilimal na ko suñ lekka bi si newspaper bi lañ ko lii FSQA génn nañ fi ne newspaper dañ koo bàyyi before we test food let's make sure food bi mu ngi proper food bi bu ñoo test suñ bopp réer nañu ne
this newspaper you are talking about we are on a we have already completed developing the regulations
dafa yàgga génne ngeen fa
jeex na fi mu nekk nii jeex na by the beginning of next month or March we will start prosecuting people that are using these news.
I am so glad, Mrs. Balde. I am so glad
before you start taking actions, definitely you have to pave a way for the changes. You cannot tell somebody stop this without giving the individual an alternative. And this alternative we have been working on. It has to be a process.
I agree with you entirely when you say this has to take attitudinal change.
Definitely.
In the country. Jeraba, this is the problem. Let people understand food that you consume.
It's your own problem.
It
you, the consumer, you have a role to play. I'm glad that you have this. You know this already. And I want every everybody in this country to know the dangers associated with this
Why
newspaper.
stop len ko fa ngeen ko wara stopé support bala.
Let this no pot. No,
no,
you know, let me tell you, this newspaper is not used for food wrapping only. Other people also need the newspaper.
As what?
Non-food items.
Yes.
People are wrapping this. We cannot definitely stop the importation of this. What we will be able to stop is food business operators to stop using this.
Why that why we have already done that. Why did not
gis nga jëna loi
at some point dafa ñu nekk dumping dañ ko dé ñëw dump fi
gis nga loi is for people
xam nga lolu mom any la
time bi mom jeex na waaw any la is cross cutting ñen ñepp ci bokk secteur ci yépp yéna wara come together change ko
as a consumer
mota ma tok fi di len laaj
mota anytime just call us
just let us know
man dal duma fi tok ba role def na ko ba paré jeex na why let's go for a short break, and when we come back, we'll head right onto the click segment. Thank you. We appreciate the work you're doing.
Thank you so much. Are you in the wisdom thing? The wisdom?
What you did this morning?
Yes.
No.
Okay. You need to be part of it.
I think you need to be part of it.
Save up to 50% energy with the new side-by-side Samsung refrigerator. Samsung air conditioners come with HD filter and antibacterial for your protection. Save time, energy, and effort by using our washing machines, loaded with innovative features that offer superior cleaning technology. Step into the future of television with our slick and slim Samsung Smart TV designs. Sizes range from 32 to 85 inches. Smart LED, Crystal UHD Ultra High Definition, and QLED Quantum Dark LED. Get new ways of interacting with your TV. Unparalleled vision, right from the comfort of your living room. Our products are backed with 1-year warranty. Visit us at QCell Building at Caraba Avenue or at Boosterview Turntable. Contact us on 333-217 or email us at info@quantumnet.gm.
Medicalia is a high-quality clinic from Europe, which is now in the Gambia. Do you have an eye problem? Do you feel a hearing difficulty? Medicalia is here to ease the pain for you. The first and only hearing aid dispensing facility nationwide, where patients can be tested and treated to recover from their hearing loss. Fitted with latest generation equipment, our doctors can provide healthcare assistance for eyes, ears, nose, and throat. Common diseases like glaucoma or diabetic retinopathy can be diagnosed and followed up for fast and correct treatment. Make your appointment with the eye or ear, nose, and throat ENT specialist today to relieve any pain you might be feeling, as consultants are available daily. Contact us for more information. Visit us at Tropic Shopping Center near Senegambia from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. every day of the week, or call us on 503-4411 or 7767-123. Medicalia, premium care, personal touch.
Sunyu Bundle. QCell Sunyu Bundle is the fastest, most reliable, and affordable bundle package in the Gambia. Whether you work, go to school, farm, or simply surf the internet, Sunyu Bundle is the best package for you. Get bundles from 20 megabytes to 13 gigabytes by just dialing *303# to subscribe and start enjoying the cheapest internet tariff on your favorite social media sites like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, WhatsApp, and many more. So jump on the Sunyu Bundle family and get connected with the best data packages at affordable prices. For more information, call customer care on 111. QCell, Sunyu Bus. We innovate, others follow.
QCell suñu bundle mooy bundle package bu gën a gaaw ànda kóolute te it gën a yomba bundle package yi yépp si réew mi fii bu nekkee yaa ngi sa liggéey kaay si school bi si tool bi duga rek si internet bi suñu bundle moo gën ci yow mun ngaa jëfandikoo bundle doore ko 20 megabytes ba 13 gigabytes dialal *303# nga dal di bànneexoo internet tarif bu gën a yomba nga duga si Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, WhatsApp ak lu bari dawa léegi nga bokka si njoboote suñu bundle bi pour nga mun a connect si data package bu gën a yomba pour am si lu leer koolal QCell customer care si 111 QCell suñu bos ñoo xàlli yoon bi ñeneen toppa.
All right, so now let's head right on to the click segment, and we are joined by my man
So wagwan guys, I'm Skengman Sweezy, and yeah man, I'm dripping today man. Big shout out to my brother Kyle Design for getting me on drip today man. And with me in the studio, I have OC, formerly known as King Swagger, and Lyrically Yapse, the hood president making waves all over the Gambia right now. Welcome to the show guys.
Thanks man.
It's a pleasure man. So first of all, King Swagger, why do you have to change the name from King Swagger to OC? I really want to know about that though.
You know, King Swagger is a popular name, but everybody can use it.
Yeah.
And as an artist, or even if you are not a celebrity, you can use that name.
Exactly.
But as an artist, you have to have a name that represents you, and even if you get old, and you can use that name, and people can call you with that name, you won't regret that name.
But what's the meaning of OC?
OC means, my name is Usman, and my surname is Kamara.
Okay, so you're trying to rebrand properly.
Yeah.
As well, man. Now,
yeah,
Mr. Hood President.
Joe.
You're making waves right now.
Thanks a lot, my brother.
The song with Attack is all over the Gambia right now, man.
Yeah, it's the new trend. Nayaho Betasaro. You know the deal?
Yeah, so tell us, how's the hype for you like? So first of all, when you dropped the song, what was the feedback like for you? I really want to know about that, because, you know, normally the song is really big.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are vibing to it.
Yeah.
So what is the feedback, and what inspired that song, Nayaho?
Yeah, we straight from the hood.
Yeah.
So we the hood niggas also have our own slang, like our own language, different from the English and the Wolof. So we are trying to portray something that we use as a secret code from the hood. Yeah. Like you hear a lot. I cannot tell you like more of it, but it's just like portraying what we live from the hood to show it to the people outside. Yeah. And the reaction was great. Like everybody was like, yeah, this is a banger, this is a banger.
It's over 24,000 views now on YouTube.
Yeah, it's 24,000 views like in 8 days.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Effortless, no promo, no nothing.
We're looking for like 50,000 views if possible, man. I'm not gonna lie. So take us quick. I want to know about this. How do you manage to get Attack on a song like that? Because to be honest, man, that guy is really hard to have. He's always not ready to do stuff.
Yeah. But good music promotes itself, and good music can take you anywhere. So me and Attack, it's way back since in the cypher days. Like we started music from grassroots. Yeah,
because I remember the last cypher that I saw you on was the one that G organized in the stadium.
Yeah.
And you end up defeating him to get to the finals.
Yeah.
So
defeating Attack.
No.
They did get.
No. The other way,
it was a rap battle.
No. Let me clear this. Like he was part of the battle, so he was on this side, I was on this side. So.
But you cannot make it nice. It's just the hard part. I was there. No, you cannot make it nice. It's just the hard part. I was there.
No.
When they had the one-on-one rap battle, and then he won.
No. To be honest, I'm the greatest battler in Gambian history.
Yeah.
Like when it comes to, I'm the most cap battle artist, and I have the most victories, and I battle the most. I'm the best. I'm the greatest battler in Gambian history.
So Osi, I want to know about this, bro. You made a lot of kidding. I want to know, what are you working on now, bro? Because, you know, people are getting, like, they're getting you off their mind right now. Because, you know, to be honest, you've not been dropping songs for like 2 years, to 3 years now. You just sitting, not doing, I don't know what you up to.
No, I was not sitting, man. You know, school. I was focused on school and my family, you know.
Yeah. So what is your plan for 2023 right now? What are you working on?
I'm working on an EP.
The name of the EP, you want to disclose that?
Nah. You're not ready for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So today we're premiering a video of you, a freestyle video. Yeah, but first of all, man, Jennifer, do me the honor and premiere this video. Okay. The song is called Nayahu, featuring Attack. Lyrically Yapse featuring Attack. Nayahu.
Nayahu yahet, but
Nayahu. Wow. Nayahu yahet. Hola, na fit tasaro Nayahu. Budaraba. Wow, nañ dem. Budaraba.
We'll be right back. We'll be right back.
Let's take a look at that.
Who's gang? Okay. Many come to them, but they got alliance. Papa, I'm gonna think it out. They will know it's time. What the proceeding and stuff. When they win Olympic, right in the bus, you're gonna go. Wow. This is the good at the new touch it down. Jizangaya, Su. Jizangaya. Dugun Ferrari fi ko top test lim ko fi tegu def sa rap Benz harum be suba Gaw Maserati boy yaa ngi connect mel ni wifi roke si top mel ni Putin.
Hey, trust me, man. This song is big. I'm not gonna lie, man. Now, yeah, OC, I want you to premiere your video, man. The freestyle video for the first time on QTV, man. Let's do this.
This is my new video. It's a freestyle video called 23. I'm in 23 years, and I come in 2023. I'm dropping a new and rebranding.
So that's branding yourself, man. Yeah. 23. We'll be right back.
Swag on this, man.
"23 years on off, 4 years on arts. Man was 19 when I dropped my first ever bar on bus. Life is not hard to make it, bro. You got to do some nuts. Ain't easy to drop some big shit, man, cause you got to open your nyas. I took my lessons proper. I brought 9 A's on scooter. Been low key like bunker and bypass traffic like scooter. I come like Martin Luther. Cool them place like Junta. Man them flee to footer and then never come back like Kunta. I watch them man them falling. Old school hair them turning grey. Man too sharp like razor. Tear them face like Juju J. I am here to stay just like Ozone. Peace a man don't know to play. Always mangi fe fondo gelye cool kuma fiti amut bel ñu fi nan ki ay ki nga yeb su nekkul ki yow mun lo dul de.
I told you, man. To be honest, man, this freestyle song is lit. Yeah, when are you planning on dropping the song as well, man?
Probably, I'm waiting for you to give me a date.
All right, then you're going to drop it?
Yeah.
Now, back to you, Mr. Hood President. What's the plan for this year? And then we wrap it up with a freestyle.
Yeah, big collabos. And dropping my EP like the third project.
Yeah.
Was the Serekundais.
Yeah.
6 May, I'm dropping my first EP that I'm going to post on a big event. So y'all expect it. Yeah.
Let me have the beat, man. It's that time of the show wherein we do the freestyle thing. All right. Y'all ready? Y'all ready, yeah? All right. What you saying?
Yeah. Jesus, Maza, Jesus, easy doors, eh? Never enough. Okay. Waxal ma gaay yi ma neexuma nopp xawma lu seede te bokkuma ñoom bugatoo gémbi nga ne duma ñam te ma ko kasa dekk te neexuma xam jóge si gero ba no duma leego kaw mën na soruwe gande te leeko ma déggu ni ceego ni samuwe eto gudde nga ma tero doo fi e cappo joola sombi to sa ndombi doo gis ni nga bu mun a rap comme kii fekk du noo ki fii laa du copie sa style dafa passé ni wooki tooki nu ma nee def ma daka fi toogal ne teg yaa daka fi sa bébu kula duma rabe fula am lyrics si wees bi ñàkk gisa
kuute jambul fente ñilbul faten bulu bari baben bulu te min taga fanya 15 daga zulu mil konta mek la foye wulu nga moy kon ni diol kanata man solo ma hari comme avatar ya folo comme baduta
I told you, man.
The son of man Sidega bire sare bele tinata yusobe batarine ali mako edukari alkana jude Butasia ka bufate na music dolbe batarine dolbe batarine dolbe batarine dolbe batarine batajao sukutani bika batajao tabukoto weringara batajao abutolani that's what's
bye man. Till I come your reaction. But don't forget my drip is from Carl Design, man.
Yeah. And our boy Nesta Milano.
And happy birthday to my brother Nesta Milano, man. Trust me, man, I'm proud of you, man. Keep being you, man, to be honest, man.
All right, gentlemen, thank you so much. Na yahu ya head, mudaraba. Why na yahu in a good way, mubahale at the same time, side by side, okay? So my outfit is provided by Titan Collection. Thank you so much for watching. So at our end,
I want to see the outfit.
Next week Monday, tomorrow Julian Jai, inshallah, will join you on the this morning with Suleiman Dabo. Bye for now, but Monday, benen, you dohati dajewat. Bye.